Welcome everyone to another episode of Your Smile Continues. I just want to remind you to always remember why you started. Yes, never forget the reason why you began your journey. For higher quest for money, for higher quest for improvement, for higher achievement, your quest for growth. Why did you start? What was your desire? Was it for a better car? Was it to supersede your mom and your dad's legacy? Was it to do better than everybody in your neighborhood, your relatives, your close friends, your cousins, or maybe some of your siblings? What is your why? Because a lot of us have a reason why we begin our journey and why we started our quest for more. Is it to further increase our legacy? Is it for our own ego, our own ego? Or is it just to fulfill our own need, to create value, and to add more meaning to the world? What is the reason for your why? What is your inspiration for the beginning of your journey? I want to tell you that everybody you see out there that has a successful brand, has a successful business, has something that you admire, actually has their why. And their why started with something that was very internal, something that was very inside, something that was from the beginning. So it could be something as, hey, I just want to move my mom out of this neighborhood. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sacrifice late night partying. I'm going to sacrifice joining a gang. I'm going to sacrifice hanging out. I'm going to sacrifice doing all kind of frivolous activities that's going to take me away from my one sport of liking. This is what LeBron James did. This is how he was able to build up the skill in order for him to have the career capital to be an outstanding 15-year-old. And since then, he's been an outstanding 16-year-old, 17. Now he's a 35-year-old. And now he's almost what? One of the greatest that ever lived. Because every year he's consistently outworked his peak. Every year he's consistently outworked his peers. And he's been able to maintain that dominance. This is the reason why as a 35-year-old, he feels like an expert. He feels like a quarterback. It feels like somebody who actually knows the game at an expert level, who can accelerate, decelerate, and play at the pace they want to play. This is the reason why he doesn't need load management, because he's been able to find his why. And his why started with what? The fact that he was the kid from Akron. Yes, his why was that. And that was what internally pushed him. The fact he had to change middle school so much. The time he had to miss because he couldn't make all the classes. The time he had to spend away from his mom because his mom couldn't provide to house him with his coach, Drew Joyce. The fact that he was away and he was able to build a career capital to sacrifice. So he unnaturally had that. A lot of our outstanding athletes had that career capital built in. Cristiano Ronaldo, at a young age, flew away from the little village he was in futsal, away to Lisbon to go try out, in order for him to get on with the pros, to start playing. So he already started to build that career capital at a young age, away from where? Away from his usual play of stay. And that is what a lot of us lack in life. We're usually used to playing in one sandbox, and we can't take our game on the road. And we have to understand that our games, our presentations, our sales, our persons, our resumes, our identity have to be carried in person everywhere we're going with optimism, with positivity. Not everybody can Google us up. Not everybody can LinkedIn us up. Not everybody can look us up. Some people just need to see what we are and then take us and believe us for what we actually provide and not what we're actually told them we are. So this is what I'm saying about the fact that we actually have to carry our games like these athletes do, from arena to arena, night to night. Consistency. Okay, he had a bad night. He's going to run it back again, another 50 points. Because of the fact that they actually carry their games from arenas to arenas. This is the fact that everybody needs to carry their persons and actually keep that perspective while you're being consistent, and while you're being audacious, and while you're actually being authentic. Because this is what's going to give us the perspective. When we hit the failures, the disappointments, the sadness, the misfortunes, the rejections, and most importantly, the thinking and growth lessons. What are you going to learn from it? What could you get better from that challenge? How could you jump over that obstacle? How could you get better at that skill? How could you meet that recruiter? How could you further network and get more skills? How could you further sacrifice what you need in the future for what you actually don't want right now in the present? Remember, dreams and our goals are usually borrowed. I want you to own your goals this year and own your life. And don't forget, your smile continues.